The story of Hyundai begins in the turbulent yet rapidly industrializing South Korea of the 1960s. The country was emerging from the aftermath of war, rebuilding its economy, and aspiring to join the ranks of modern industrial nations. Amid this landscape, Chung Ju-young, a visionary entrepreneur known for his grit and ingenuity, sought to diversify his business ventures. Already successful in construction through the Hyundai Engineering and Construction Company, he dared to dream of a new frontier: automobiles. In 1967, Hyundai Motor Company was founded, marking the beginning of South Korea's first major attempt to produce vehicles for domestic use. At the time, cars were a luxury beyond the reach of most Koreans, and the country had little infrastructure for automotive production. Chung Ju-young faced enormous challenges: lack of experience in car manufacturing, limited access to technology, and a domestic market with modest purchasing power. Yet his vision was clear: to produce reliable, affordable vehicles that could empower mobility for a growing population, while laying the foundation for a globally competitive industry. The early years involved learning from international partners. Hyundai licensed technology from established foreign automakers, importing knowledge and expertise to build its first models. The company's focus was on durability, simplicity, and practicality. Cars that could withstand Korean roads and weather conditions while remaining affordable. These formative years instilled a philosophy that would define Hyundai for decades: combine innovation, reliability, and value, and aim not only to compete, but to surpass expectations. By the early 1970s, Hyundai was producing its first mass-market vehicles, including models licensed from foreign partners such as Ford. These vehicles were not just cars, they were symbols of national pride and technological ambition. The Pony, Hyundai's first fully designed domestic car, launched in 1975, represented a milestone. Designed in collaboration with Italian engineers, it combined European styling with practical engineering, creating a vehicle that appealed both to Korean consumers and later international markets. The Pony's success demonstrated that Hyundai could produce affordable, reliable, and modern cars. Its introduction coincided with Korea's rapid industrialization and urbanization, making automobiles more than a luxury. They became a necessity. Hyundai's engineers and designers learned quickly, absorbing lessons in aerodynamics, fuel efficiency, and chassis design. Production techniques improved, and Hyundai began exporting vehicles, first to nearby markets in South America and later globally. During this era, the company cultivated a culture of perseverance and continuous improvement. Quality standards were raised incrementally, manufacturing processes refined, and customer feedback was taken seriously, laying the groundwork for Hyundai's future reputation as a brand offering reliable vehicles at competitive prices. The combination of ambition, collaboration, and a focus on value would remain central to Hyundai's identity for decades to come. By the mid-1980s, Hyundai was ready to take its ambition beyond South Korea. The company's first major export to North America, the Excel, debuted in 1986 and was met with immediate attention for its affordability. Initially criticized for build quality and reliability issues, Hyundai responded with a commitment to improvement. Through rigorous testing, investment in quality control, and strategic redesigns, the company transformed its reputation. By the 1990s, Hyundai was seen not as a low-cost alternative, but as a serious competitor to established brands in global markets. During this period, Hyundai introduced models that became synonymous with practicality and reliability: the Sonata, Elantra, and Accent. The brand's design language evolved, incorporating sleek lines and more modern aesthetics, while technical capabilities improved with each iteration. Hyundai invested heavily in research and development, establishing design centers abroad, including in Europe and the United States, to better understand global tastes and regulations. Hyundai's rise coincided with the South Korean economic boom and an ambitious national industrial policy. The company became a symbol of Korea's economic miracle, a domestic firm transforming into a global player in a highly competitive industry. By 2000, Hyundai had achieved more than exports. It had demonstrated the ability to compete in both technology and style, paving the way for its next era of innovation. Entering the 21st century, Hyundai set out to redefine its image. The company's focus shifted from simply offering affordable cars to producing vehicles with world-class design, safety, and reliability. The 2000s saw the launch of models such as the Sonata and Tucson, combining elegant aesthetics with cutting-edge features. Hyundai invested heavily in design studios around the globe, particularly in Europe, to compete with leading luxury and mainstream brands. Safety became a cornerstone of Hyundai's strategy. Vehicles were engineered to meet stringent global crash test standards, and technologies like airbags, stability control, and advanced braking systems were incorporated across the lineup. Reliability, once a concern for early exports, improved dramatically, earning Hyundai awards and recognition from international consumer organizations. By the end of the decade, Hyundai was no longer just a Korean carmaker, it was a global brand. With a growing presence in North America, Europe, and emerging markets, Hyundai demonstrated that its vehicles could appeal across cultures and preferences. The company's strategy of continuous improvement, combined with an understanding of global consumer desires, positioned Hyundai for its next ambitious chapter: hybrid technology, electric vehicles, and the pursuit of leadership in sustainable mobility. As Hyundai solidified its global presence, the company embarked on a bold new endeavor, entering the premium vehicle segment. The Genesis sedan, launched in 2008 and redesigned for international markets in the early 2010s, marked Hyundai's aspiration to compete with luxury stalwarts like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Lexus. Genesis was not merely a new model. It was a declaration of Hyundai's technological maturity, design excellence, and commitment to sophistication. The development of Genesis demanded meticulous attention to detail. Designers in Hyundai studios in California, Germany, and Korea collaborated to create sleek exteriors with flowing lines, while engineers ensured a smooth, quiet ride. Advanced features such as adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and premium interior materials elevated the driving experience to rival luxury competitors. The brand aimed to transcend its image as a value-focused automaker, demonstrating that Hyundai could produce vehicles with emotional appeal and refined craftsmanship. Genesis also represented Hyundai's ambition in global markets. With targeted marketing campaigns and participation in international auto shows, the brand sought to prove that a Korean company could craft luxury vehicles capable of winning accolades abroad. By 2015, Genesis had won multiple awards for design and performance, signaling Hyundai's successful transformation from a mainstream carmaker into a premium contender, setting the stage for further innovation in both luxury and performance segments. Recognizing the global shift towards sustainability, Hyundai accelerated its focus on hybrid and electric vehicles during the 2010s. Early efforts included the Sonata Hybrid and later the Ioniq, which debuted in 2016 as a fully dedicated electric vehicle platform. Hyundai's strategy emphasized not only reducing emissions but also making green technology accessible and practical for mainstream consumers. The development of these vehicles involved intensive research in battery technology, powertrain efficiency, and aerodynamics. Hyundai invested in partnerships and R&D to optimize lithium-ion battery performance, regenerative braking, and intelligent energy management systems. The Ioniq represented a milestone, a vehicle available in hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and full electric versions, signaling Hyundai's commitment to versatility and innovation. Beyond technology, Hyundai sought to build infrastructure to support EV adoption. Charging networks, software updates, and global deployment plans were integrated into the strategy. This period also highlighted Hyundai's global competitiveness, as vehicles like the Ioniq and Kona Electric earned praise for range, safety, and affordability. By 2018, Hyundai had established itself as a credible player in the electrification race, combining sustainability, performance, and practicality, demonstrating that environmental responsibility could coexist with style and accessibility. While sustainability and luxury were important pillars, Hyundai also sought to prove its prowess in performance. The creation of the N-Performance division, inspired by the Nürburgring test track in Germany, marked Hyundai's entry into high-performance sports vehicles. Models like the i30N, Veloster N, and the more powerful Elantra N demonstrated that Hyundai could deliver not only reliability and efficiency, but also exhilaration and driving excitement. The philosophy behind N-Performance was meticulous. Engineers optimized engines, suspension, and braking systems to provide a dynamic yet controllable experience. Advanced aerodynamics, lightweight materials, and adaptive electronic systems were combined to produce vehicles that could rival established sports brands. The Nürburgring test track became a proving ground, symbolizing Hyundai's dedication to precision engineering and driving enjoyment. At the same time, Hyundai's global expansion accelerated. Production facilities in the United States, Europe, and Asia, coupled with strategic marketing campaigns, ensured that Hyundai's models were competitive worldwide. Award-winning designs, consistent reliability, and aggressive pricing strategies strengthened Hyundai's position as a global automotive leader. By 2020, Hyundai had evolved into a multifaceted brand, producing premium vehicles, electric and hybrid mobility solutions, and performance cars while simultaneously expanding its global footprint. The company's ability to innovate across segments highlighted a maturity rarely seen in automakers of its relatively young history, signaling that Hyundai was a brand capable of shaping the automotive future. By the late 2010s, Hyundai had fully embraced electric mobility. The Kona Electric, introduced in 2018, represented a strategic leap into compact electric SUVs for global markets. Unlike earlier EV models, Kona Electric combined practicality, performance, and affordability, making electric vehicles accessible to a broader audience. Its range, efficiency, and connectivity features rivaled more expensive competitors, proving that Hyundai could deliver cutting-edge technology at competitive prices. The development of Kona Electric was a comprehensive effort involving battery chemistry optimization, regenerative braking systems, and intelligent thermal management. Engineers focused on maximizing efficiency without sacrificing performance, comfort, or interior space. The result was a vehicle capable of long-range travel, rapid charging, and responsive handling, all packaged in a stylish, urban-friendly SUV. Kona Electric also marked Hyundai's growing commitment to environmental responsibility and global market adaptation. The car quickly found success in Europe, North America, and South Korea, highlighting Hyundai's ability to tailor EV solutions to diverse markets. By 2020, Kona Electric had become a flagship model in Hyundai's electrification strategy, demonstrating the company's vision to make clean, efficient, and exciting vehicles available to millions of consumers worldwide. Building on the success of its earlier EVs, Hyundai launched the Ioniq 5 in 2021 and followed with the Ioniq 6 in 2022, redefining electric mobility with futuristic design, ultra-fast charging, and advanced smart features. These models embodied Hyundai's philosophy: sustainable, intelligent, and aspirational vehicles that appeal to both the heart and the mind. The Ioniq 5 utilized Hyundai's eGMP platform, enabling modularity, high efficiency, and performance. Fast charging allowed the battery to gain substantial range in minutes, and interior space was maximized through innovative flat-floor design. Intelligent driving systems, advanced connectivity, and software updates created a seamless, future-proof experience for drivers. The Ioniq 6 sedan introduced aerodynamic refinement and extended range, appealing to long-distance travelers while demonstrating Hyundai's capability in electric performance and design elegance. These models also reinforced Hyundai's global vision. By deploying these EVs across multiple continents, integrating charging networks, and focusing on sustainability, Hyundai positioned itself as a leader in the rapidly evolving electric vehicle market. Ioniq 5 and 6 were more than cars. They were statements that Hyundai could innovate technologically, aesthetically, and strategically, paving the way for a zero-emission automotive future. Hyundai's vision for the future extends beyond battery electric vehicles. The company has invested heavily in hydrogen fuel cell technology, exemplified by the Nexo SUV and commercial vehicles like hydrogen trucks. Hydrogen offers zero-emission mobility with rapid refueling and extended range, representing a complementary solution to battery EVs. Hyundai's commitment to alternative energy demonstrates its ambition to lead a multifaceted approach to sustainable transportation. At the same time, Hyundai has advanced autonomous driving technologies. With smart sensors, AI-assisted navigation, and predictive safety systems, Hyundai's vehicles are becoming increasingly autonomous, reflecting the company's goal of safer, more efficient transportation. Partnerships with tech companies and continuous software development ensure that Hyundai remains competitive in AI-driven mobility solutions. Globally, Hyundai is now recognized as an innovator and industry leader. Its expansive EV lineup, hydrogen initiatives, autonomous tech, and strategic investments in design, performance, and sustainability illustrate a holistic approach to mobility. Hyundai's mission is no longer confined to selling cars. It is about reshaping the way people move, integrating clean energy, intelligent systems, and human-centric design into every journey. As the company accelerates into the 2020s, Hyundai embodies the promise of a future where mobility is sustainable, intelligent, and inspiring.